there's a possibility of you moving in retirement or you moving once you're on Medicare, there's some really important things that I want you to keep in mind when you first join Medicare to avoid having a bad plan that costs you a lot of money or avoiding regret or even having surprises. So in this video, let's talk about 4 important things to be aware of when it comes to what you should be aware of at 65 or when you first join Medicare to, again, avoid issues when you do move once you're on Medicare. I'm Emily with the Medicare Coach. We are an independent fee-based consultant helping our clients easily navigate Medicare rules and insurance company options to do what's ultimately right for them to protect their healthcare rights as well as their retirement savings. So let's talk about the things to be aware of if you plan on moving once you're on Medicare. Now, if you're not really sure what Medicare is, I have a link below to my free online workshop to get all the details, but make sure you check that out. So here's the thing. If you intend to move when you're in retirement, there's some 4 important things I want you to be aware of. Number 1 is that when you do move, whether it be states or zip codes or counties, whatever it might be, you will keep your same Medicare Part A and B card and coverage. Logistically, how it works is that when you move, you will notify Social Security of your new address, and Medicare will update that as well. So when you move, A and B stay basically the same, okay? Your premiums are the same, the numbers are the same, everything is the same. However, you can't change all your plans when you move. Now, so number 2 to be aware of is that you can easily change your Medicare Part D, as in drug, and your Medicare Advantage plan. Those are easy to change. Now, those are all zip code and county specific. And so even if you're moving into the same zip code but different county, you could end up having to change both your Medicare Advantage or your Medicare Part D drug plan. It's a pretty simple process in order to make that switch. Usually our clients, usually the year before they ever move, we're gonna see if we can keep them in the same plan to just make their life easier, but it's not always the case. So my point is this: before you move, or as you join Medicare, you can easily change your Part D or your Advantage plan. So we're not really tied to that when we first join Medicare. But item number 3 is really important. When you move states, it's usually states is the biggest issue. When you move states, you are not guaranteed to change your Medicare supplement, which is also called your Medigap plan. And this is important because when you first join Medicare, at least for our clients, we want to know where they might be moving to. Because if you're, say, currently in Texas, but you're going to go to North Carolina, I want a plan that works well for you in both locations. Because again, when we move, in general, in most cases, we're not guaranteed to change Medicare supplement plans because of their guarantee issuance rules. So my point is this: when you first join Medicare, and if there's a chance that you're going to move, we want to look at those long-term implications, especially around your Medicare supplement plan. So that, again, if you join a plan in Texas, it's not going to be in South Carolina, you're not kind of left out to dry. And so, again, it's important to be thoughtful and strategic if you plan to move in Medicare, okay? With that said, there are certain states, okay, that do have unique rules. So I have a client who moved from New York down to Florida, and New York does have unique rules in which New York allows you to change any supplement plans no matter what your health history is. So we had him join a plan in New York for his situation that made the most sense. But before he moved to Florida, we knew that that plan in New York would not work well for him in Florida. And so we had him change plans while he was still in New York. And so then he would transfer that plan down to Florida, right? Because once you're in a company in New York, and if they're in Florida, they have to keep you. So my point is this: number 4 is that before you ever move, ideally a year in advance, you're talking about what are the implications of your move, because there are some states that have like an anniversary rule or a birthday rule. And if we're moving to a new state, we want to take advantage of that existing state or that new state's unique Medigap rule, which could allow us to have more flexibility. So the hardest thing is when people call me like, "Oh, Emily, I moved 3 months ago." I'm like, "But you were in New York and we should have made the changes when you were in New York." And so, or whether it be Connecticut or California or Oregon or Missouri. Like, some states have unique rules, not as relaxed as, say, a New York or a Connecticut. But it's important to be aware that be aware of your Medicare implications when you first join Medicare, as in terms of like how a move could impact it. But number two, please be thoughtful, ideally a year in advance before your move, so that we can do certain things to help you have the best coverage possible in this new state. We can't guarantee that you can do everything or anything, but there are some changes that can be done. But early planning is critical to get you the best Medicare coverage in your new state. So please be thoughtful and strategic around Medicare. Again, it can be great if you know how the rules work and you use them to your advantage. Again, I'm Emily with the Medicare Coach. Make sure you like this video for more inside tips and check out the section below for more extra free resources to help you easily navigate Medicare.